You know, there used to be such a thing as craft. The human body used to be something the world took pride in, was fascinated by. That's the real trouble with your generation. No one objects to the girls walking around half naked in the dead of winter. But there's no artistry in the composition anymore. You too. You think just because you're wearing a hat, that's enough? You kept me awake for 3 days. Sorry I don't look more polished. I was in Tokyo once. Before the war. Have you ever been to the east? I've been east of Figueroa Street. East of my right pants pocket. South of plenty of good girl of good graces. I stayed in a hotel. I stayed in a hotel that was unlike anything I'd ever seen before, and I haven't seen anything to rival it since. I was traveling with a man who wasn't famous, but he had more money than Rockefeller and God combined. Turn that off. Excuse me? The radio. Can't listen to that guy. You're asking a woman to turn off your radio? Would you like me to open the door for you too? I can't tell if you're joking. What is it about your profession that everyone thinks is so tough all the time? What do they call you now? In the books, I mean. Over medium. It's something food related. All you private dicks are supposed to be, hard-boiled. Like an egg? Still sounds pretty soft to me. I've eaten thousands of them. Shoe leather. It's a reference to shoe leather. Ah. Listen. Can I go? Well, that's a tactic. Very straightforward. I appreciate that. Very masculine. But no. That's not how this works. How does this work? Have I not been clear? No. Oh. Well, that is a fault I take full responsibility for. Can I offer you another drink? You could at least have the decency to respond. Just because I'm your captor doesn't mean that I'm not a woman with needs. You have me here 3 days and I still don't know what you want from me. Now maybe I'm stupid. I'm willing to accept that as a possibility. But Miss Rand, I swear on the grave of every stillborn baby my mother had before me, if you don't take these cuffs off of me in 5 minutes, I'm gonna find some way to rip your fucking head off. Well, if you rip my head off, I'll never tell you. Jesus Christ, lady. Oh, fine. Let me finish the story about Tokyo. Loosen the cuffs, my fingers are numb. Maybe it isn't your fingers, maybe it's what they're touching. It's my fingers. You people have no sense of humor. It was beaten out of me in my infancy. Thank you. Pins and needles? Yeah. Suck on an ice cube, they'll go away. Anyway, in Tokyo, in the hotel. A hotel which had every amenity you could imagine and several others you could never dream of. Each room had a full-length mirror, lit from inside. The light was so subtle you almost didn't know it was there. You just wondered how it was that suddenly you were glowing. I grew up very poor. I don't think I saw a full-length mirror until I was 23. My mother did her makeup looking in a pie plate. Is that it? Every time I looked in the mirror, I felt I became even more beautiful. One day, I even seemed to grow taller. Just looking in the mirror, the plane of my cheek was as broad and shining as the surface of the sun. And I thought, is this what always happens? In a new place? I was so young. I looked deeper and deeper into the mirror until I saw the shape of something on the other side. Through the wall. A figure moving. A shadow, hard at work. A craftsman. I learned later the hotel employed students from the university, the brightest minds, the most adept hands. Students of astrophysics and architecture and the philosophical understanding of light and shadow. This man spent his day, his life even, turning delicate knobs to adjust the tension on the glass ever so slightly until he could see in my face that I finally loved myself. That I was finally able to see all the potential that had been there all along. I scratched at the glass. I was like a kitten in a pet shop. He pretended not to notice. Later I learned this was in the job description. They were to look at nothing but your eyes. This ensured no funny business. I was so young. It didn't seem funny to me, the business. Come out of there, I said to him. At first he wouldn't. He looked around furtively as if someone were calling him. As if he'd left the gas on. As if he'd left the gas on. But eventually I lured him out. There was no direct path from the mirror to the room. That was another precaution. He held up one finger, the way your mother does when she's on the phone and doesn't want to be bothered. But with him, it really did mean, 1 moment, please. He disappeared. He was gone 15 minutes. I looked in the mirror at some point to check myself before he came to me, and I still wish I had never done it. Nothing obvious had changed in me, and yet, without his aid, I was an ogre. Finally, he knocked on my door. He looked so sweet, so deferent, but by then I hated him. I hated him for having shown me my ideal self, and then abandoning his post even as I'd asked him. I held up my husband's razor. All the rich men used a straight razor in those days. The shave is so much closer. I told him to make it permanent, or else. He thought it was a joke. An American joke. An American joke, some piece of it lost in the language. He wouldn't do it. He kept smiling and laughing gently, as if by doing so he could urge the moment along. Finally, after 100 years of me holding out the razor to him, I sodomized him with it. That's a big deal in Japan. No, you didn't. Oh, I didn't, did I? Is that right? I'm not dangerous, you're the dangerous one. Is that right? Cigarette, hat pulled down over one eye. Drinking while sad. Why does one of us have to be dangerous? Why can't we both be sweet? Detective, how can I put this in a way that you will be sure to understand? You disappoint me. What are you, my mother? Very well, we share the same point of reference then. Anyway, I hired you for a reason that perhaps I obscured. Really? I'm shocked. What's that line everyone loves? From that movie about the beautiful starlet who's got her whole life ahead of her. I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille. Oh. No. Miss Rand. That's Sunset Boulevard. Yes! Sunset Boulevard! It's not a film about someone with her whole life ahead of her. You don't know anything about how time works. You don't know anything about how a woman's beauty operates. You don't know anything about futures. Everything can be made. Everything personal can be manufactured. That's the point. That's the human condition. Have a drink with me. You're hysterical. I am hysterical. I'm at the mercy of my womanhood. That's perfectly all right. I lied to you. I didn't hire you to find that man. He's probably dead. He probably died in the war, an artist like that. With those hands and that temperament, long gone, I'm sure of it. Why did you hire me? Dare I ask such a question? It's obvious, isn't it? Miss Rand, you know I couldn't do a thing like that. Anyone can do anything. You won't be happy with my work. I'm already unhappy with your work. See, I'll free you. Miss Rand, I'll tell you something. I listened to your story. It takes a special kind of woman to distract you from cold metal digging into your wrists, even bedroom cuffs like those. With just a story. I feel for you. I do. If I didn't, I'd be reaching for my gun. If I didn't, I'd be stamping my feet on the floor in Morse code, and Bobby would be here in 90 seconds with 2 goons for backup. I like you. And because I like you, I think you know I'm not going to cut into your face with that pocket knife. And what will you do, detective? Arrest me? Take me downtown? I won't arrest you. No. But I will take you downtown for a cup of coffee and some blintzes. If you're hungry. I'm not hungry. I'll take you anyway. I'm not hungry. Just some hot black coffee then. The blintzes can be for me. You go on ahead. I'll meet you there. You think I was born yesterday? You're looking at that thing like a dog looks at a steak. If I leave you here, you're gonna slit your wrists in the bathtub. You wouldn't want me to slit my wrists? Come on. Come with me. Hot black coffee. What if I just let go, let go? Ran off into the night, found some poor urchin to do it for me. I bet I could find someone to cut me up for $50. Miss Ray, you don't have $50. I made sure that wouldn't hire me. You took me for all I'm worth. May I do it again? I'll do it again and again.